Alright guys, coming at you with another Nissan Altima review. This vehicle it's been highly requested, so I'm just gonna keep bringing them to you. This is the 2019 Nissan Altima SR trim level that we are going to be reviewing today. Now, why SR? So basically it's kind of like Nissan's sports racing series, right? What this vehicle is going to have versus, you know, the SV or the S is it's going to have tighter handling, right? Tighter suspension on this one as well. You're going to be able to feel a little bit more in control of this vehicle. You're going to feel the performance side a little bit more on the SR trim level than any other trim level that it offers. So it does still have that 2.5 four-cylinder engine, except Nissan saying that this engine now is totally redefined. About 80% of it is all done over. Basically the hoses, all that stuff, it's going to push out more power with a little bit more fuel economy than last year's model. Last year was about 177 horsepower. Or 179 horsepower. It was a 2.5 four-cylinder. This one here is pushing out 188 horsepower, so about 9 more horses pushed out with a totally redefined engine. Now, one thing that you're going to notice that's going to set you apart is that SR trim level badge. That lets everybody know that you're going to have a sportier feeling, a sportier enhanced Altima. Okay, and now admiring the body styling of the 6th generation Nissan Altima. You can really see it on both of these. They're both SRs, so no need to worry if one's other than the different. The only difference between them is one's blue and one's white. But you can really see the curves all alongside this vehicle, giving it a more aggressive look in the back and more of an aggressive look in the back. So you have aggressiveness wrapped all the way around this vehicle. It's like a more, it's more professional looking Altima. It's like the Altima had a nice, face uplift, as well as just like went through a whole mature state. But one thing that I really like that they did on this vehicle is that they went ahead and they finished the tailpipes on this one here a lot better than, the S model. And you also do get that backup camera there with the nice spoiler that you get on the lip here of the trunk. I really like the way they did that. Front end wise, you still are going to get those blinkers there. Those are going to be your turning signals. Daytime running LED lights on this trim level here, as well as LED headlights. There is your Nissan Badge. And remember guys, this one here, it's able to have that forward emergency braking. So in a case where you're pulling up to somebody a little too fast, it's going to notice. And if it has to, it's going to start braking for you. And if it really needs to come to a complete stop, it will. Okay, so a little bit of more technology side for the Nissan car driver there. And check out these rims. I really like the way that they finished off these rims here. Machine finished alloy wheels, so they're a lot lighter. Okay, they're gonna help you save a little bit more on gas. They're not gonna weigh the car down. They're not those heavy chrome rims, right? I really like the way the body styling came here. One touch to get in and out of this vehicle in a sketchy situation. You can just, hey, pull the door open, press a button, get in and get out. Okay, we are gonna go like we do in these videos. We are gonna go on the inside of the vehicle, but we're gonna go ahead and save that for the end. So on the left side here, you're gonna have your gas tank. And there's that nice finish again. Spoiler on the back of the vehicle. One button, there's your backup camera. One button to get in and out of the vehicle. And here are your little toggles. Now these are a little extra, but what you could use these for is you can use these for groceries. Okay, if you needed to, instead of laying down your groceries, if you needed to hook them, like if you had fruits or vegetables, anything like that, you're able to just bring these little hooks down. Even this little net, if you have kids that are in sports or kids that have toys or anything like that, kids general, you can use pretty much this for anything that they have. Or if you need it for your fruits and your vegetables, you don't want anything to get bruised or rolling around, you can use this for that. And again, it's just a net. You can use it for a variety of things. Inside you get that Altima stitching mat, as well as spare. You get an actual donut, not like that fix a flat stuff there. And there's your tools that you would need if you needed to change the tire. Now, the seats in the back are 60-40 split. Okay, so you're able to pull this little toggle right here and then push the seat down from the inside, and you can lay the seat flat. One thing again that I love that Altima does is they go ahead and they put this little hand insert, because you don't want to put your hand on your paint, you know, especially when it's a new car. You just don't want to do something like that and ruin the paint. So there's the blue there, and there's the face of the white one. So again, I mean, I really like the styling of the vehicle. It gives it a more aggressive look than any other Altima that was there. I mean, if Nissan would go ahead and do a coupe of something like this, now that would be that'd be really something to see there. Now I want to show you the inside of the blue one again, to show you how that seat would actually fold down. We're having technical difficulties here. There we go. So you just pull it down after you pull that toggle. So if you had stuff which, you know, you had a large supply, you went to Lowe's, you went to Home Depot, Costco, anything like that, and you needed to have a little bit more space, you're able to do so just pulling down that little toggle and coming on this side and then putting the seat down. If you had that extra guest that you needed to in there, you're able to sit them there comfortably while you have all your stuff in the side seat here. But if you wanted to reverse it, like you had two kids, right, and you needed one side down, you're able to do it on that side. It is 60-40 split. Coming and sitting inside the Altima, I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door here. I feel the cabin is very, very silent. I can't hear any more road noise outside. And I also get a lot more space than I actually thought I would. Headroom is right where it needs to be, as well as charging ports in the back. Now, again, one thing that's really big is that USB-C port, that little one, that's there for your Samsung users, as well as your USB port here for anybody that just needs to charge a regular phone or anything like that. Seating, you are going to get that leather wrapped seating here, and also that microfiber finish in the middle. So if you have kids and they spill something on the seat here, you're going to be able to wipe it up within a reasonable amount of time. Okay, leather wrap seating as well in the headrest for your front seats. Leather wrap shoulder pads. I really like the leather wrap cup holder in the middle here, as well as like a nice carbon fiber finish on the texture of the door. You also have French stitching here alongside with this elbow pad that you get for all passenger drivers. Now, let's go ahead and sit in the front of this vehicle. Now, one thing that I love that Nissan does is they allow remote start on pretty much all trim levels of the Altima. So you're able to start the car just like I did right now, and you can see how those LED daytime running lights actually look on the vehicle there. Very nice. The tail, you have the turning signals there and there, your LED daytime running lights there, and then your LED headlight would be right there. So let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. And you do get 6-way positioning, one back, one forward for your recliner. You can go forward, you can go back, and you can lift yourself up and lift yourself down. All automatic seating gives it a nice finish. Now, inside the cockpit of the vehicle, I mean, right along the driver's side, I really love the way Nissan just went ahead and just grabbed a part of everything that they offer, like the Maxima, the Murano, some of their high-end quality vehicles, and they went ahead and they just put them in the Altima and said, let's see how this works. And one thing that I really love, so like in the Maxima and the Murano, is this leather wrapped, I guess, like center console shade, I guess. But it is leather wrapped, so it gives you a sense of a little bit more higher quality. Okay, French stitching again. It's kind of like an orange stitch, but it's not like bright orange. It's almost like a copper. Gives the vehicle a very distinct look, because this is the only one that's offered in the SR trim level of this stitching. So it lets everybody know, hey, you know, I have the SR trim level. Gives it kind of more of a sporty look as well. Carbon fiber inserts here, as well as your French stitching and the leather wrap elbow pad here. Your trunk button's going to be here. This is your light to dim the lights in here for the brightness or go up in brightness. You also have a trip reset event here, and I really like how they put this little silver slit in some of the right places. You know what I mean? It's not really a chrome. I feel like it's more like a matte silver. It looks really nice. Leather wrapped steering wheel as well all the way around, and you also have that nice Nissan badge. It kind of cuts off in the bottom here, so it gives it more of a sportier feel with the paddle shifters here, so you really don't have to move your hands. I like the way Nissan did their paddle shifters on this year's model. Automatic lights as well, so when you get into a dark area, the lights are going to automatically turn on the inside and the outside, and if for any reason you're in a bright area, it's going to do the opposite. The lights are going to turn off. It's going to save you a little bit more on battery life. Now again, this is your safety shield screen on the 7-inch display. Very big display, very nice and clear to see. I love the way Nissan did it in the Murano and the Maxima. They did a great job putting it in the Altima. So that forward you see here, that's your forward emergency braking. You can have the option to turn it on or off, and you also have your blind spot monitors, because you do get blind spot monitors on this vehicle located on that pillar and again on this pillar. It's going to go ahead and light up, letting you know that there's a vehicle on either side, and if you use your turning signals like a healthy driver, while this light is on, it's going to flash and beep at you, letting you know, hey, you can't turn. Okay, so you have the option to turn those safety shields on or off. I always drive with them on, so I wouldn't turn them off. You also have the option to go over what it is you're listening to, as well as any settings you wanted to go over, such as, again, the driver assist. You could turn the emergency braking off, the rear cross traffic. This vehicle also has driver attention alert, so it can sense if you're falling asleep or anything like that. It'll actually vibrate the wheel for you, and it actually can come to a complete stop if it notices that you are falling asleep. Okay, timer alert. You can put a timer on to alert you that you've been driving too long. So if you have if you're moving or you have a place you need to go, cross country, anything like that, it can remind you, hey, you need to take a little break. Low temperature alert as well. This car can tell you when you have freeze alerts, anything like that. And your chassis control. Also emergency braking, your front emergency braking, you can go over all of that. Your speed, so it tells you the speed that you're actually going while you're driving. Okay, on the next page, it's a blank page, and then also the front top page would be what you're listening to, as well as how fast you're driving. You do have the time in there as well, and you do have the temperature that is outside, as well as these are your exact miles on the vehicle, and this is going to be how much you have until it is on empty. Your driving fuel economy, you can also watch that, and then your trip, so how long you've been driving and how long of a time you've been driving as well. So coming back to the steering wheel, you do have all your cruise control settings here, as well as you to be able to talk, answer phones, text people, get information. You can do that all wirelessly through the Bluetooth system on this vehicle. Makes it easier for you to drive hands-free and avoid some of those tickets, right? You do have the volume up and volume down switches here. to repeat a song or skip forward, and then these are your toggles to go through your screen there. And then if you do have like to go through the settings, you can use the down and up arrows and then OK to select anything that you want it to select. Also, the horn, nice horn on the vehicle. I kind of felt like it sounded different than the other models. So you're able to unlock the steering wheel. It is tilting and telescoping, so you can pull it towards you, pull it towards the vehicle, up and down, and then lock it right into place wherever you feel it is comfortable at. Again, I do like the styling on the Nissan Altima a lot better this year around than previous years. Again, if they make a coupe of this vehicle, I believe that it would just annihilate some of its competitors in the market that it's in right now. But you do have your AC vent. You do have what position you want the air to be in, and if you wanted the front or rear defroster recycling, maxed AC on this side, and then also how fast you want the fan to be blowing. Your start and stop engine switch is going to be here, as well as what position you're ready to go in. So you're parking, reversing, or you're neutral, your drive, and then your low gear as well. And every time you put this vehicle in reverse, your 8-inch heads-up display screen automatically puts on its rear camera. So I like how it uses all the screen here to show you the backup camera. And remember, in the settings we went over that rear cross traffic alert, so it's going to let you know that, hey, you got people behind you, and if it has to come to a complete stop because you're not paying attention, it could do that and save your bumper as well. So a lot of secrets on this vehicle, a lot of safety technology that was just put into the vehicle just to save you some extra money and some extra time for you not to worry about accidents or anything like that is incredible on Nissan's side. Really great work, guys. I love what you're doing there. Also, you do have that USB ports here. You have that USB-C for your driver. I can't stress how big it is because there are a lot of people that have Androids, there are a lot of people that have Samsung, and then there is a lot of people that have Apple as well, and no other vehicle is offering this. So it just puts Nissan in that spot where, hey, they're the first to do something. You do have an aux port there, and you do have a little charger port if you need an extra one. This vehicle is going to be great for any Lyft or Uber drivers that just need something new on the road to help them out safety wise, and just to make something feel a little bit more easier on their guests. This one is going to absolutely do that for you. Also, you do have the heads-up display screen that you can plug any cord into those spots and basically just have your phone be displayed here, because it does come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is big in the market right now. For anybody that has a smartphone, it just makes your screen turn into your phone. Basically, you're gonna have maps, you're gonna have your whatever you listen to, Pandora, Spotify, even if you have Audible, Stitcher, anything like that, you're just gonna be able to tap the screen and play something, because it all is touchscreen as well. You're also able to connect your phone and make calls, receive calls, send texts all through the Bluetooth system wirelessly. And then also you do get Sirius XM that you can push right there, and basically you have it for free for the first 90 days, I believe, when you buy the vehicle, which is really cool. And shout out to Nissan and Visalia, where we're actually being able to do this video and present it to you guys. So real nice shout out to those guys. Yeah, so very good sound system. I really like the display overall. It gives it a very nice positioning, because Nissan, what they wanted to do was basically have your eyes focus on the road, and if for any reason you needed to look at something, it's within eye distance. You're not going to have to look down at a screen. You're going to be able to look at almost an eye level position screen for you to continue to watch the road at the same time, and then being able to just drive perfectly. Also, your sports button is going to be located right here on the vehicle. So if you just put it into drive, you can see as I press the button right in the display screen right there, I press the button and you have it in drive sport, drive sport, drive. So drive sport, obviously you're going to get a little bit more RPMs out of the vehicle. It's going to feel a lot more racier. The handling is going to be tighter and everything like that. It just puts it into almost a race mode. But I do like the finish of everything that they did here on all their buttons. They went ahead and they put a dimmer here, again, to play a song over or to skip ahead. You're able to do that or go back to the previous track. What you're listening to audio wise, your main menu button there, you can tap back on there and it's going to bring you back to what you're listening to. I really like the way they did everything here with your phone, your camera button. And one thing about this display screen, it's very, very smooth. I like what Nissan's doing. They're moving in the right direction, I believe. The only thing I would say is just make this car a coupe and you got yourself one bad ass car. But right now it is still a badass car. I like the way it feels on my hands, the steering wheel. I like the way it hugs me. The seats also, they're designed by NASA. They are zero gravity seats. This is the same seats that they have in their shuttles that they shuttle off astronauts in. So the same material that's in the shuttles is in your Nissan Altima. Very good. I love the leather. I love the way they put the stitching in here as well with the microfiber. Overall, just a really solid car, really solidness. Again, high five to Nissan. They did a great job on the new Altima. And this is the SR trim level. If you guys have any questions, any comments, anything you want me to review on any other models, these guys are really cool here, so I can do Nissans here. But if you guys have any other questions, any other comments, let me know. If you want me to review any other vehicles, any other topics, please hit the comments below. But go ahead and like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications, turn them on, let you know when I'm going over another review. Now this one here is the SR trim level. Again, I appreciate you guys coming by, stopping by, and giving me your time. If you guys got any requests, let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot. You have a good day. Bye-bye.